Hey guys, just finished watching Flash, Season 5, Episode 20, Gone Rogue. Interesting episode. The title is a little bit of an over-exaggeration for this episode. I mean, we do get Nora putting together like a rogues team and stuff, but her intentions are still really good and stuff in this episode. And, you know, we have some interesting things that happen. We have, like, the Frost doesn't want to come out. We have Killer Frost doesn't want to come out because of the stuff that happened with her father in the last few episodes and stuff. And I think that was really kind of interesting with that. She just kind of, wants to stay inside, and she does kind of come out, whereas Caitlyn's able to use her powers for a little bit, and that was kind of interesting. But then there's some questions here, like there's, like Nora and the Rogues, they end up kidnapping Sherlock and Cisco, and they really want him so he can hack the phone and stuff, but it's like, why can't the bug-eyed bandit just hack the phone type thing? And even later on, there's a door where they're trying to get in, and they got to get the ragdoll to go inside and, come out the other side of the pipeline to get through the door and stuff. But, why can't the hacker, bug-eyed bandit, she's, notoriously for hacking, she was set up on the Flash, not on Arrow, even though she has appeared since on Arrow. But her first episode, she was set up on the Flash as a nemesis for Felicity Smoke, the best hacker in the MCU, in the Arrowverse. So, I think it's definitely kind of silly that, she needed. Yes, Cisco would be the expert on Meditech and all that stuff, and he's dealt with it the most out of anyone and stuff. But, she's been shown to be, on Felicity Smoke's level of hacking and stuff. So she should be able to hack this just as much as, as Cisco or even Felicity, right? I mean, assumingly if all this meta-tech's out there, someone who's all into tech like she is, she's not heard of it. She must have heard of, meta-tech by now. She must have heard about that on the black market, heard about that in the news somewhere. Somehow she must have heard about this stuff and been looking into things like this and trying to play with it by herself. It's not like she's just done nothing and never improved since the last time we saw her. Since it's been a couple of years since we last saw her, I think it's been a couple of seasons or something. So I think it would have been interesting to see as to why. Let's see her try and hack the phone and be like, oh, I've never dealt with this before, or explain to her, maybe someone, she's like, oh, I've never dealt with Meditech, and they go, why haven't you dealt with Meditech? It's all up your jam. That's exactly what you would be interested in, wouldn't it? And then she explains, why she wouldn't be, she stayed away from Meditech type thing. I think that would have been interesting just to kind of dive a little bit deeper into her backstory as to what she's been doing for a while and, how she hasn't been playing with stuff there. And then we found out that the cicada has the metahuman cure. So that's really where things end and stuff. Everyone finds that out, and then things end with everything going back to normal, and everything's all good, and everything's hunky-dory with Nora and the West Allen family, and it just kind of like, yeah, it was a good episode, it was okay, but it's just, we never play in this storylines for long enough. We set her up, and we get the reveal, we set her up early on in the season. Oh my God, she's working for the big bad Thawne, and then they don't reveal that till like very few episodes before the end, and then we only get to play in that idea of people not trusting her for 2 to 3 episodes, maybe 4 episodes, since we've been playing in this, and we don't really get to sit in that, and that's really what I wanted to do, is sit in that distrust for Nora and spend the next entire season building up her trust. That would be interesting, instead of just, it's very predictable, yeah, whatever. Now, the problem with this show, or all these CW shows, is things like this, the trust gets broken, but the weight of that is completely taken off because they always get back the trust within a few episodes by the end of that season. So getting into that pattern, it ruins any time you're going to have any trust breaking between the characters, because the weight of it never sticks around. So if they had that stick around, then it would feel, the weight of it would be heavier, and it would feel more impactful, more like, oh my God, this might ruin the relationship for a while, right, type thing. But it never does. It always gets resolved very fast, and then we move on. So that's just kind of annoying with me for this show. I really can't wait to see if they fix this for the next season, because they're falling into these repetitive traps like that just keep happening, and it kind of breaks the weight of anything that happens on this show. So we'll have to wait and see as to where things go with next season, but hopefully they figure out a way to stop this kind of format that's just kind of repetitive and predictable to seeing as to where things go. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.